Good morning and welcome into Your Financial Independence, where we're always trying to grow your financial independence.
Guys, I think I found the best single stock for growth.
And it just so happens that this company reported earnings today for their first quarter of 2021, and I gotta say the numbers are out of this world. If I had to own one single stock and I was wanting to play it more safe, conservative, but I mean, you're still looking at almost a 20% annual return rate, would be Google stock. They just reported earnings. We're going to dive into it. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe if you don't want to miss out. I do daily videos if you want to keep with the stock market news, all kinds of stock overviews. I'm actually going over very good food companies' Q1 earnings today too. And for Tattooed Chef shareholders, where actually I'm calling up the law firm that's actually got a lawsuit on them just to see what we can get from their perspective, why they're actually doing this. Basically, the whole thing stemmed from when the CFO randomly quit and they had to file an 8K. So let's get into these first quarter reports from Google. So revenue from 2020, 41,000 to 2021, 55,000. That's a 34% increase, with an operating margin of 7,900 to 16,437, with a 30%. Diluted EPS, earnings per share, in 2020 was $9.87. They came in at $26.29 per share earnings.
It's insane.
So we're going to go through how they got their actual revenue. So the first is Google Search and others, which is 24,500 in 2021, 31,879, with YouTube ads coming in basically 4,000 to 6,000 for 2021. And then you have Google Cloud and their other betas. So I was going to point this out, they're still getting products, they're still growing. They're not slowing down we're a multi-trillion-dollar company, we're going to start easing off now. No, they're still having products that are not profitable yet, and they're slowly putting more and more money into them. So Google Services was actually profitable, obviously, from 11,500 to almost 20,000 in 2021. And then you have Google Cloud, which brought in a loss for 2021 of 974. These are all numbers in thousands, just so y'all know. And then other betas, so other products, basically a lot of their smaller products grouped together, is a loss of 990. With the total income from operations from 2020 from 7,900 to 2021 to over 16,000. Guys, this is the same quarter of 2020 comparing to 2021. This is outstanding growth for a company this size, a company that's over $1 trillion market cap. For them to be growing other companies and still keeping their operating margins this high, this is insane. And they're still growing campuses, which we're going to get more and more into. So if you're looking for a good stock, you've got to look over the balance sheets. That's my number 2 thing whenever I'm looking into a stock. I want to know what they do. Number 2, balance sheet. What kind of debts do they have? What kind of cash do they have on hand? So current assets for 2021 is over 26,600. The current liabilities, which would be about 4,800 right now. The long-term debt of 55,453. So the total liabilities, all of their debt, is 97,082. When you have their total assets of 327,095, they have 3 times more assets than current liabilities. That's pristine balance sheet. I think the only balance sheet that might beat this is companies like Facebook and stuff like that. But they're not growing like Google is. Google is huge. for a FANG stock, this is my best pick. So we got some news that released here recently. So Google released preliminary plans last week of its future campus in Northern Mountain View, California, which emphasizes several thousands of new homes and spaces, local shops for the pandemic recovery. Google and development partner Lendlease propose adding 7,000 residential units. We're not talking about small. Obviously, we're talking about Google. 7,000 residential units. So Google continues to expand its real estate footprint in the Francisco Bay area, while other companies are downsizing or just relocating in general. So while all these other companies are scared and leaving the, oh, we need to go to suburban areas and stuff like that, Google's like, okay, I'll buy that house. We'll buy them all. Come on.
I mean, we got plenty of money. Why not, right?
So last summer, Google submitted plans for a massive 80-acre mixed campus downtown in San Jose, California, and this is 18 miles away from the Mountain View that they're already talking about booking up right now. So that is a campus size of 80 acres. That's huge. That's like you're almost getting into like farmland type categories at that point. So the company plans for the latest Mountain View campus to contain 3.1 million square feet of office space, 3.1 million, and 265,000 square feet of local shops, restaurants, and grocery stores. And it also is proposing a 4-acre elementary school site. So that is amazing. Look at great companies, what they're doing right now, and involving schools in their campuses. Look at Tesla, they're doing the same thing like that. When a company cares about its residents, its customers, its workforce in general, that's just, they're going to work harder because they love the company. They're not going to go into work every day like, man, I hate my job. No, they're going to go to work excited. So I do want to go over some of the statistics with y'all. So the Ford PE, you're just paying 34 for a Ford PE for this amount of growth and this safe of a company, which is insane. The market cap is a little over $1.5 trillion today. The price to books of basically 7, and I checked that. That's pretty accurate. So you're going to be getting revenue estimates for current year. You're going to be looking at growth for around 25%. Next year of 17%. So Google has already announced that ads are going to, and Netflix, they've already announced that ads they're going to start slowing down. So like the amount of ads you're going to be seeing on YouTube, for instance. But in year 2021, going into 2022, I feel like they're going to pick up massively. And this is obviously Google owns YouTube, and this is going to help them out tremendously. So 17% for year 2022, I think, is kind of crazy, in my opinion, that analysts are thinking that way with the amount of growth. A lot of these smaller companies that Google does own that's becoming more and more profitable. I think that is insane. I see it being another 20% a year. I mean, look at all of their earnings. They're beating across the board. They're going to continue to beat, in my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. That is just my opinion. And that is also just my opinion that this is the single best stock if you're looking for a safe, reliable growth play. And with that, your financial independence viewers, I hope y'all have a great day.